Alright, what's up guys, it's Gonzo, and today I wanted to talk about the most overused word in Call of Duty right now, which is the meta. Born from the Warzone itself, Black Ops 4 was the last Call of Duty that we had that the meta wasn't suffocating the Call of Duty. Literally, like, all the videos you see on TikTok or YouTube Shorts or a YouTube video, it's meta this, meta that. Meta your mom, meta your dad, meta your grandpa, dude. Like, it's insane how overused that word is now. It's kind of like just giving you the answers to a test, you know? Like, you're not gonna know what's inside the test because they're just giving you the answers. Yeah, back then, whenever I was playing Call of Duty, when I fell in love with Call of Duty first, it wasn't the meta Call of Duty. I fell in love with playing the game, using every single gun, you know, seeing which one is, like, fun to use, which one is the best, you know? And I'm not saying not to use the guns that are like the best guns in the game. You're not gonna get better if some guy is telling you in a video like, yo, use this is the meta. You're not gonna learn anything about it. You're not gonna know the strengths of the gun, the weaknesses of the gun. It's like, you know, there's no improvement there when you're just getting the meta handed to you. And I'm not saying no other game uses the meta as, like, you know, a gaming phrase, you know? But Call of Duty has oversaturated that word so much. It's been overused so crazy that literally that's what Call of Duty is now. But I gotta cut multiplayer break because multiplayer is not almost infested with that. It's more Warzone, honestly. If you're a Warzone player, that's all you hear is meta that, meta this, meta that, meta your mom, meta the grandma. You gotta figure those things out on your own because you're not gonna get better, you know. Like, and I'm pretty sure if you're trying to figure out what the meta is in Call of Duty, you're trying to get better, right? You know, like why would you care about the meta gun or those videos or whatever? Like, you know, that shouldn't be like a video or a clickbait video that people should be doing. Like, it should be focused on having fun in the game. You know, it's kind of like that guy, that meme that's been on TikTok. These kids ain't gonna learn from a packet, yo. You gotta teach them. Exactly like that, dude. Exactly like that. But yeah, instead of worrying about what is the best gun in the game or what's the best class or, you know, the best meta, like, I'm not even gonna use that word anymore because it's so overused. And of course, it's always a given that people are gonna use the best guns in the game all the time, you know? That happens in every Call of Duty. So I'm not saying not to use the Jackal or the AMES because we all know those are like one of the top guns in the game. A lot of guns in Black Ops 6 can't compete with those guns. And it's true, they can't compete. And then honestly, with you putting yourself at a disadvantage because honestly everybody's using the Jackal and the AMES, you're gonna get better as a player. You're gonna get better as playing Call of Duty, you know, not just using the best guns in the game. And trust me, once you start using different guns besides the Jackal and the AMES, you're gonna die a lot. You're gonna figure that out, that a lot of these guns can't keep up with those guns. But then that's okay, because all these guns have their own strengths and have all their weaknesses. And honestly, the Jackal and the AMES almost have like no weaknesses at all. They're pretty strong guns. You know, of course, because Call of Duty always makes two guns overpowered, the SMG and then the AR. It's always like that. And now kids that are growing up, they're literally getting stuffed in their face. The meta, the meta, the meta this, the meta that. You know, your mom's the meta, your dad's the meta, your grandpa's the meta, your grandfather's the meta, dude. Enough of this meta bullshit, dude. Like, let people figure out what they want to figure out on their own, dude. Let them have fun. You know, let them figure out themselves, dude. Yeah, I'm not saying to not be open to ideas, you know. Be open. You got to be open with everything in life. Like, that's the same thing as life. You know, you got to be open to everything so that you can keep your mind open-minded. But that doesn't mean that you should suck up everything that your mind freaking hears. It's up to us, up to you, to filter out what information you can take and what information, you know, maybe that's just not for me. Like, even if I tell y'all about, you know, use this class or use this gun, you know, you should be like, yo, what is it? Is this guy saying what he's saying? Is it really true, or is that really good for him? Or, you know what I'm saying? Or maybe I can take that one piece of information and I can take that, but the rest I'll just throw it away. Since we're talking about Call of Duty, look at this free gifts, dude. Like, what the fudge is this? Why is this a free gift? You telling me that the only thing they can give me is double XP? And this item shop makes me disgust, dude. It's just so much shit. Like, I feel like people would buy more skins if they just kept this, just these top 4 skins right there, and then get rid of all this shit right here and then put them in supply drops, dude. and then put the ones that they know that they're gonna sell for sure, because they know this Chameleon guy with weed is gonna sell crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just how Call of Duty is. You know, they've been with weed for a long time. Like, since Call of Duty Ghosts, I think. Remember, they had like a calling. They had Snoop Dogg in Call of Duty Ghosts, I think. I'm not sure, but they had a calling card with weed in it. And you know, the people that literally say, "Oh, nobody's playing Call of Duty right now," or "Call of Duty's dead," or whatever, all that shit. Those are the people that fucking feed on those meta things that just use the same gun over and over again. Like, of course Call of Duty is gonna feel all boring if you're using the same gun over and over again. It's like if you're eating the same thing every day. You're gonna get tired of that shit. You know? I mean, honestly, I can eat a lot of things in a row and not get tired of it. But a lot of people, they're not like that. Call of Duty is more than that. And I don't want them to meta my Black Ops. They milk the shit out of it. But Call of Duty is just so much more fun when you're the person figuring out what's good and what's bad. You know what I'm saying? Not just getting the straight answers from someone, you know, not even knowing. They're not even explaining to you why it's the best or why whatever. I mean, even if they do, you still are missing that in-game experience that you're missing out from figuring it out yourself.